Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a Neuvillette Accessionaire by me. So let's get into it. Neuvillette never thought that he would see something so horrifying. He had already lost people so close to him before. If only because he cared about them. Because he cared about them enough that people thought that they could be used against him. And that made him far more protective and attentive than ever. But apparently, despite how much he tried to fight over the matter, how protective he was of his colleagues and those who were close to him, maybe he was not doing it right. Maybe there was a flaw unseen, a flaw undetected, that he had no idea of. He had no idea what to do in this case, because he never actually realized that there was something wrong in the first place. To him, everything was awfully normal, everything was fine, and there was nothing to worry about. Until he realized that maybe there was, and maybe he was not seeing things right. Maybe there was something missing, and he had no idea about it. And that alone had hurt greatly. He had no idea what he was doing wrong for you to go so far as to do this. It was all when Sidine came to his office and told him that something bad was happening outside, that he had to come see it, to prevent it from happening. Nobody would dare enough to come close to you, and as she talked further and further, it seemed like all of those words were not even going through to him, like the world had stopped, like he couldn't hear anything but his ears ringing. And he was there as soon as he actually realized what was going on. Perhaps he's been walking for a long time, because one second he was in his office, and the other, you were standing right in front of him. You were trembling, looking at the sea below. Guards, people, and militants alike were trying to prevent this from happening, trying to talk to you and tell you that nothing would be worth ending your life over. There's still so much left, no matter what it was. No matter what could be making you so sad, there was still a chance to make things better. That would help you. Not all of them knew you, but nevertheless, this was a human life, and they were not ready to see it being lost. They were not ready to see something like this. And when Neuvillette had stepped into the scene, they had all gone quiet. When he spoke, "Stop it," he said. His voice was not as powerful as he wanted it to be. He wanted it to carry, to be strong, to tell you of his true feelings. But no matter how strong he wanted it to be, that it actually stopped you. His heart itself was fluttering within his chest, and he had no idea what to do about it. Why there was so much happening at once. Why there was all of this that he couldn't deal with. Even worse than that, he had no idea what to do. To go on and try to convince you to stay with him when he feels like he's failed. How long has he been ignoring this? How many signs did he miss? Could he truly claim to love you and care about you if he has missed so many of them, if not all? If he's gone this long without knowing a single thing, then what was he truly doing? Was he deserving of calling you his lover? Would you even want to be back with him? What should he say? In a moment like this, he was terrified, to say the least, and that alone would not be enough to actually explain what he was going through. Regardless, he knew that he still had a lot to do, and at the moment, he had to work harder than ever to make up for all that he has done, or rather what he hasn't. Mayan, please, please listen to me. Please don't move. Please. I We can talk. We can do whatever you want. Just listen to me. Please, Wayan. I won't be able to be the same without you. You need to listen to me for one moment. I don't know what drove you so far, but I'm sure we can work around it. We can do something about this. No, Neuvillette. It's far too late now. There is nothing I can do. Have you looked at me? I'm broken. There's nothing good for me. Nothing to love about me either. And I think someone like you should move on. I'm sure you'll find someone much better than me. Someone who's deserving of your effort and your attention. Someone who's actually worth it. You are worth it to me. Please, you can't speak for me on that. I love you. My heart wants you and no one else. So don't you dare say anything like that. I love you. You and no one else. So listen to me, Ryan. Please, just give me a chance. I need you. He said. And you were crying now. You were just so close to the edge. And it seemed so easy that he wasn't there, and now you were hesitating. And it was scary. Because you hesitating meant that maybe you still wanted this. Maybe there was still something to live for. And at that moment, Neuvillette had rushed to your side and enveloped you in his arms, tugging you far from the edge and closer to him, crying into your shoulder. You're okay now. You're safe. I've got you, he said. It was more for himself than anything. He was truly going through the motions right now, trying to calm down, trying to know if everything would be okay. He was freaking out, and so were you if you were to be honest. You were crying into his chest, holding on to him so tightly, and so was he, holding on to you in return. And maybe it had taken a lot for the two of you to realize just how important you were for the other, but it was never too late. And right now, it was your chance to start your life anew. And whatever has happened before, whatever has made you want to run away, Neuvillette will see to it that it no longer bothers you again. This time,